Okay, forward and backward circles to the fire hydrant series. So again, the leg stays at 90 degrees, and what you're going to do is bring the leg all the way up and around, and we can just start with forward circles, and then work to backward circles. Linear and lateral leg swings. Linear and lateral leg swings. So now you've got yourself moving. I really want you to open up that hip joint. So you should be standing against either a wall or something to stabilize yourself. And we're going to start with, let's start with linear. So these are very simple linear leg swings. Nice and tall. You can have one hand on the wall for balance, and you're just going to start to swing that leg back and forth. And really try and get some range of motion through your hip. Keep your pelvis nice and steady. And then the lateral leg swings. The toes are pointed straight into the wall. And you're going to keep that leg swinging all the way out. Stabilizing the pelvis. Just to keep some range of motion in your hip. I've listed that a little bit later through the exercises so you're nice and warm and that hip joint is really loosened up already and you're ready to start moving it around. Okay, upward dog. This is a yoga move. They have upward dog and downward dog. Basically what this indicates here is I want you lying on the ground in the prone position. Just means on your belly. And from here, I want you to extend your back and press up through your hands. Okay? Trying to lift your chest up towards the sky. Really extend your arms. Go ahead and breathe out and relax. A couple things, little details about this particular exercise. Start with your hands directly beneath your armpits. Okay? And have your toes pointed. So I want you to plantar flex your toes so that everything in the front of your body is fully extended. And you can get a big, deep stretch through your abdomen and your hip flexor. And last one, called the Samson stretch. What I want you to do is have your back knee down on the ground. You're going to squeeze your butt and push your hips forward and just lean back and open your chest up to the sky. This is a really great stretch for your hip flexor and your psoas, which is exactly where you're telling me you're having some issues. So this is a very important exercise. Again, front leg is going to be bent at 90 degrees. Squeeze your butt, push your hips forward, open your chest up to the sky, and really get a very good stretch through your hip flexor and your psoas. So, we've gone through most of the exercises here. The last thing we're going to talk about is the rep scheme, so how much I want you doing. I've indicated here on the paper 3 rounds through of 15 repetitions each. So there are 10 exercises. That would give you 150 times 3. That's a lot. 450, right? Yeah. The last thing we talked about is other types of exercises you could couple with this. So a good idea with all this range of motion stuff is I'd like you to get hot first. I'd like you to heat up your core before we start moving you around and stretching you, so you can do any type of light cardio-based equipment. You could go on the elliptical and get yourself moving. I don't want you to go right away to something that's going to test your range of motion like running, because that's a lot of hip mobility right off the bat. So stick with some elliptical stuff, or you can do some cycling. The thing about the cycling is I prefer you to be on the upright bicycle as opposed to the recumbent, because the recumbent bike really crunches you up and you got a lot of a flexion through the hip right off the bat. So elliptical or upright bicycle to start with, and you can just do that for 5 or 10 minutes and then run through your exercises. And as far as any other exercises, you could do some body weight resistance stuff. I wouldn't really recommend loading yourself yet because you're still having the issues with the hips. So some body weight stuff, inverted rows, push-ups, or hack squats. The hack squat is basically doing a squat against the wall. And ideally, you'd want to have some kind of physio ball that would roll up and down your back. I don't have a ball with me here, so I'll just kind of mimic this. The ball's going to go right at the base of your back, and from here, I'm just going to have you squat down and all the way back up. Okay, so it's not a lot of hip flexion and extension. It's just really leg extension against the wall, all the way up and all the way back down. Okay, that's the hack squat. And the inverted row, what you could do is, if you have any type of a rack with a bar on it, you would just walk up to the bar. The bar should be about chest height. Walk up to the bar, take a couple steps forward, and you can start doing some inverted rows with that. And that would be some really good body weight stuff to do, upper and lower body stuff to couple with your with your hip rehab exercises. I hope this helps, and yeah, good luck with everything. Let me know how it goes.